Friday the 19th of January 2018. This is the CMT Trade Fair in Stuttgart, Germany. I'm on the Dethleffs stand and got some great vehicles here. Now let's have a look at this one here to start off with. The Esprit, as you can tell, it's semi-integrated, it's pretty long. The garage is low, which tells us that there's going to be a queen bed inside. So let's come over here and give you some other details of it. It's 763 centimeters long, 298 high, 233 wide. If you put on 3.85 tons, that'll give you around 700 kilos of payload, and that is including some fuel and the driver and a bit of water. That's all approximately, as is the price incidentally, which is around 100,000 euros. That's also approximately, because it depends on what extras that you get. Now Dethleffs is based in southern Germany in a place called Isny im Allgäu, and I went there last year. You can see my films from there and from the region, and I stayed with them. Oh, there's me in the mirror, so I can sort of see my hair's gone a bit out of place, and that's probably because of the wind, or when I took my hat off when I came, even though it's a very short walk in. Okay, I'll stop talking about myself, start talking about the van. So here, queen bed, rather elegant, space for hanging stuff up either side of the bed, and lockers. You've also got down here, useful feature, you've got some plugs. Sorry, I couldn't actually show you the plugs, but the angle. Right, now, here, immediately we have the toilet in a useful position, but now you've got two doors for the toilet. One's there, and one's there. And it may seem a little bit cumbersome, but I don't really think it is, to be quite honest. There we go, this door slides across like that. And the toilet's quite elegant, and there's mirrors as well. On the other side you've got the shower, you've got a duck board, because you will need it, because you'll be sort of walking down there like that and into the bedroom. You may think the bedroom looks a bit on the small side, but you know, it's only 763 centimeters long. So the first time when these dividers started coming in, I wasn't convinced immediately. Now I'm more convinced of them. And you've got your telly up there, so you can sit up in bed and watch the telly. And as you know, probably, if you've watched my films before, most people have watched, not on the first one, and I don't mean most people have watched my films, I just mean if you're watching this, you've probably watched them before. But you know what I think of these things, sliding doors. I think they're great. Another thing I think is great is the double floor. So this means it's going to be warmer inside. When I was in Isny im Allgäu in January of last year, it was all frozen, but it was a first day I went there, super bright winter day, and I was able to get out in my van and see a bit of the countryside in the winter. So you can see that those films, because I'm really quite pleased the way they came out. Anyway, double floor. You've got a kitchen up here, which in modern day motorhome parlance, or manufacturer parlance, has become a gourmet centre. Now, I suppose that's fair enough. Things get new names. Used to call them bin men, now you call them refuse operatives or something like that, and these are now called gourmet centres. And I have a couple of people who write to me, or comment I should say, on my films, and they say, can't you show more of the kitchen or the gourmet centre? So I'm trying my best to actually show more, though I'm a bit unsure as to what you actually want. Now, I'm really into cooking myself in the motorhome. I've been meaning to do films about it. You may know that I'm quite into nutrition. I fast, and but I do actually study food, and so I would like to point out more on what you can actually do. One thing is, I'm a believer in the use of ovens, but obviously very few vans actually have them unless they've got a British spec to them. And these vans, what you can do with a van is to get something. I've got this Italian stoneware, and it works just like a oven itself. Now look at the elegance of the drawers here. Nice curve on it, and slidey out thing, and you got 2 bins in there. Don't see that often in German vans, but you often get it in Italian vans where you've got to have the keep your rubbish separate. I know that most of us just sling it in a plastic bag and leave it on the floor, but that's not a that's a better idea, having it like that. Also, I think it's probably a better place there than in the door, as many manufacturers do. But anyway, I'm not, I appreciate that in the door's not such a bad place as well. Now, notice what not having a bed up here does. It gives you all of this space. You've got the extra storage, you've got the light, and if there's only 2 of you, why put the extra bed in? You sit here in the passenger seat, you can have the skylight open, muscatiera closed, and you might be able to position it in somewhere where you've got the sun coming in. You get a bit of a sunburn. You could be watching the telly, which is up there. Well, that might be a bit difficult, watching the telly with the sun streaming in. I don't know. And I think it's great. I really want to see more light. And look at the amount of light here, really. It's artificial at the moment because we're in a hall. But imagine that you're on the Mediterranean by the sea, something like that. Now, isn't this wonderful? Oh, I do really like this van. It is a bit long, of course, but the longer vans are, the harder they are to drive. But it looks elegant. It's got much going for it. It's got the double floor, which should keep it warmer. For those interested in such things, in this case, it's got not a automatic gearbox, which you don't see often in German vans. Although I think it's more, it is much in demand as it maybe is in other countries in Germany. As you may know, I prefer manual gearboxes. Right, so what do you think? Do you like that? Nice van or not?